They still talk about it as the year the king got angry with the sky. I wish, spoke the king, to have something new to come down. Call my royal magicians. What will you make? One word, oobleck. It's an attention grabber, one that gets students thinking about what is oobleck, what is going to happen. Go make the wondrous oobleck fall. Oh, bring down oobleck on us all. And it's gonna fall on you. Who says mathematics is just one little isolated subject? Kids have to see that learning is connected. While they are playing, they are exploring.
After a while, it turns white when it starts to dry.
It would be a good substance for glue.
No, but what have you noticed about it, Denai?
Melts.
It melts, so would it make for a good glue? No. What would happen if you were using
A cheap glue.
cheap glue? That's getting kids to think. And all subject areas are supposed to create thinkers.
It's like Jello, because it's jiggly, but then when you touch it, it turns real hard.
Those thinkers will be better math students because they'd be better problem solvers. This morning you've been experimenting with a substance called oobleck, and you now have a list of words.
Wax, 4 tallies. Green, 3 tallies.
Slimy, 4 tallies.
I think it becomes more significant and more meaningful to them when they actually go through the process rather than just being presented with some numbers and being told, well, we can do this, we can do that, and go ahead and do it, and that's it. Could someone give us the frequency for the word wax? They have the abilities to figure out anything given the opportunity. Willie, you have a comment about the chart?
I think the comment of the chart is the ones that's mostly repeated is usually the mode of the chart.
We're putting it in because we told them so. You know, I stand there, I lecture, I tell you, and it floats right out the head. But when they explore and they do and they find out, and that realization that I've made a discovery, it's mine. When they are actively involved, whether it's creating some sort of figure that's made up of geometric shapes, or if you're forming angles using sticks, it's something that they can really touch. It's very tangible for them. It makes something that is abstract become a little more real. What variable will we use for the blue figure? Christina?
A.
Because you got to realize, algebra is something that students sometimes fear. J is equal to 6G. What exactly does that mean? And you'll be surprised how, though they're in junior high school, they have fun and they learn with what you might consider a rather simple activity. If I have 4 pair of pants and 3 tops, how many different outfits will I have to wear this weekend? You ask most kids, where does it come from? My teacher told me it's in my math book.
I did a chart. I wrote like blue pants with orange shirt.
This way, they can go through a process that shows them why it is what it is. Take a look at the Golden Gate Bridge. What geometric figure do you see a lot of in those pictures? Too often, teachers are so concerned about the time element that they go and they tell, because it's just easier to tell a student, and then you can move right along. Okay. But when you make your triangle and you make your quadrilateral, what's the square belong to?
Quadrilateral.
Okay. And you have to test them for rigidity, and you see it for yourself. Do you want this for your bridge? It becomes more meaningful, and it becomes your own. And Tashia, what happened to your square?
It changed into a rhombus.
They observe, they do, and they discover. Take out your journals, and I want you to describe what you learned today. Through the journals, I can find out about the thought processes.
Now, how many different outfits will I be able to wear?
12.
Can't assume because you stand in front of a class and you've given what you thought was a wonderful, great lesson that the students got your point.
We were making an estimation of our hands.
Through the journals, I can find out about confusions.
I forgot most terms and other things about probability.
I often use information from the student journals to determine what exactly do I need to review.
What is the range?
Have I really been effective in the lesson that I've given that day?
What did you do to find the range?
I'm assessing myself when I read their journals. If they can express what it is they've learned from the lesson, then I know they're communicating. There's a lot of math right outside our doors, and that's what you're going to find out. With the trail, the topics in mathematics that are taught in the classroom are sort of complemented by working outside on the streets in the city. And I think it helps to bring about more creativity in students, and they become more free in their thinking and less inhibited.
How many quadrilaterals can you find on the park floor?
Stand here for a minute and see how many trains go by. Then multiply that by 60 and find out how many come out in an hour.
When you're out in the street and a student looks up at a building and they say, "Ooh, Miss Tolliver."
There's a right angle on top of the building.
Hey, that's learning. That's knowledge. I don't need any other assessment. Then I know that student understands. Okay, how y'all doing over here?
All right.
We're
All
doing
right.
okay.
You doing okay? Have you come up with some nice questions?
Yeah.
There has to be that room for freedom so that they can take what they know and expand it into the far and the unknown.
Walk down the steps. Stop when you get to the bottom and turn left. Then stand by the benches and look at the trees. What angles do you see?
They're the creators, they're the doers, rather than the teacher just going to the board constantly and say, here are 6 algebraic equations, solve them. They write, they create. And I believe in that a lot.